Ayan. Okay, good morning everyone. Just to check if everyone can hear and see me clearly, can you message via, if you're on Facebook Live, via comment section. If you're on Zoom, kindly message sa ating chat box. Good morning in whatever language you're comfortable in. All right? Can you guys hear and see me clearly? Just to check, confirm. Good morning, everyone. Send in good morning message in whatever dialect or language you're comfortable in. Okay, I can see some greetings now. Thank you so much. All right, so anyway, it's POS Friday once again. And every Friday morning talaga na-excite ako kasi may another opportunity to learn from the best. And yes, before I forget, sa ka-excited ko mag-host, my name is Jeline Desacola, COO of Ripple Kids Educational Services, Inc., and also proud and happy circle multiplier of CEOInsight Asia. Yes, now before we move on to the next part, i-comment ko lang yung part na as much as I really enjoy doing this, hosting, but I'm really excited for the month of August dahil meron kayong new host and more info about that one later. Anyway, for today's July 29, Friday POS or Principles of Scaling, our topic is all about this word here. The slide you see on your screens, it's all about the word experience. Yes. Anyway, now let me officially welcome everyone. I hope you're comfortable in your seats, nakapagkape na. Medyo kailangan natin wide awake this time kasi exciting ating POS, just like the other POS that we've had. All right, so anyway, now on to the next part. Okay, so again, if you're regularly joining us in this Principles of Scaling every 10 a.m. Friday, may wonder, we're really doing this without fail. And a lot of things are happening behind the scenes, preparations and all. And you may wonder, why are we doing this? Basically, it's Tinsol DNA principles that scale organizations. So we help build institutions for legacy beyond simply making money. And para hindi masayang, para sulit na sulit yung time mo for today, one main goal natin for everyone, for the participants via Zoom or Facebook, is for you to have one key takeaway that you can immediately apply in your respective organizations. Yes, that's our aim for you. All right, now on to the next part is, again, our theme for the month, which is the word, theme for the month actually is business model and focusing on being methodical. And when we say being methodical, it's basically manifesting an insatiable drive to do and be better. That's it. Simply that one. Now, just an overview about the topics for the month of July. Week 1, we discussed, we had experiment. Week 2, execute. Week 3, examine. Week 4, explore. And today it's week 5, all about the word experience. And having said that one, today is this Friday's POS is our series break. What it means is, iba yung ating faculty for today. Later on, introduce natin siya. But like we said, yes, guest speaker and faculty for today. And exciting ito. Parang gusto ko na lang i-cut yung aking introduction. Let's go straight to his discussion na lang kung pwede lang, no? All right, but anyway, yes, all about that one. Now, on to the next part, some announcements. First and foremost is this exciting new CEO Summit. Okay, so viewers natin via Zoom, who among you are excited? Can you send in some message, excited ba tayo for this POS? Or not POS, sorry, CEO Summit. This is happening October 28 to 29. So get your gowns and tux ready because this will be a very exciting event. And as you can see sa screen natin, hindi lang exciting but really value adding because just to name a few of our speakers, we have Mr. Juan Paulo Hilario, our very own, Mr. Florentino A. Hernando, and Sir BK, Brian Kenneth Rivera. Ito pala yung full name ni Sir BK, no? Okay, so iilan pa lang yan. Marami pa tayong piniprepare na speakers for everyone. So kaabang-abang talaga. Yes, all right. Anyway, additional info pala about our CEO Summit. Executive passes are now available. So if you're curious about this one, feel free to message Ma'am Christ, Ma'am Chris of MN Starnet. Yeah, yes, ang CEO ng company na yan. And also, details about the registration fee and registration in general is available. I think na-share na ng ating operator via Zoom chat box and Facebook Live comment section. Okay, yes. Alright, nakikita na ba? Let me just check ha. Ayan, available na. Alright, super excited. Yes, excited talaga lahat dito. Okay, alright, now, next announcement. Oh, wow. So, this is way different from the slide last week kasi mas madaming brands and companies. So, just to share, we have 60 plus CEOs and business leaders who are actively part and members of different circles. And aside from that, 40 plus brands and companies, we are indeed growing. And yung emphasize ko lang based on experience, we're not just getting bigger in size in terms of number of people participating in brands, but also really getting deeper in the implementation and application of our DNA. Yan yung pinaka natutuwa and ikinaka-proud ko. Kasi in all our endeavors, activities, here in CEOInsights Asia talaga ina-apply natin yung ating DNA. So kaabang marami pa actually naka-waitlist. So really exciting. Okay, and also by the way, at this point, I think na-share na din ba yung ating link for the CEOInsights Asia Circle meetings? Yes. Anyway, now, yes, the slide na ito, just some examples of circle meetings happening. By the way, we have circle meetings for men, women, and couples. And to highlight today, we have one featured CEO, and this is no other than Mr. Jerome Casino. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Pot of Gold Corporation, and I'm really curious about his experience in CEOInsights Asia so far. So let's watch this video.
Hello everyone, my name is Jerome Casino, aka Pog of Pog Corporation, and I'm here to share to you my experience inside the circle. Honestly, at first I was intimidated in joining the circle because you don't know the status of your company. You don't know if your leadership is good enough, because you will meet a lot of people. You will meet a lot of successful CEOs. You will meet a great business advisor, and you don't know if you're going to be judged. Honestly, you will be surprised that people there are very nice. People there are generous enough. And everyone are really exchanging ideas, really exchanging best practices that we can adopt in our company. I have been to many mastermind, and for me, it's like a different kind of mastermind because it's an intimate session with CEO per CEO per CEO. You will meet a lot of them, and all of them actually has different practices, different strategies, different way of solving problems. You can share your problems and you will be surprised that some of them have solutions to your problems. This is a give and take situation where we all share. This is a combination of great-minded people. All of us can solve problems, and if we combine our minds, we can solve actually many problems that we are experiencing. That's why I think this is one of the best investments that you can do for yourselves and for your company. And I would like to invite you to join the circle meetings every Tuesday at 11 a.m. and principles of scaling every Friday at 10 a.m. All right, see you there. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Jerome, for that wonderful sharing of your experience. Yes. All right. So anyway, relate ako sa sinabi niya about being intimidated. Kasi yun din yung na-feel ko during my first time joining the circle meetings. But later on, you will realize that really this is a community, an ecosystem of CEOs and business leaders who are first and foremost learners. Second, those who would like to add value to other leaders. So yun, you have nothing to be intimidated about. Ano lang, simula lang yan, but later on, you'll feel comfortable with everyone. All right. So anyway, thank you so much again for that one, Sir Jerome. Now on to the next announcement is this Certified Executive Partner or CEO Insights Asia certification program. So just so you know, it's basically a certification for your business coming from CEO Insights Asia that your business is DNA driven. So again, we're highlighting the part na we're not just this is beyond simply making money. And it is to build more trust with your potential partners and clients so that they will feel more comfortable and assured dealing with your company. So think of it as having like a badge that you are vouched by CEO Insights Asia. So for more information about this one, I believe sa chat box natin dito sa Zoom and also in Facebook Live comment section, a link will be shared to know more about this certification program. All right, so I think that would be all for all our announcements today. Time check, 10:11. Okay, now next. All right, yes, ito na yung pinaka-kaabang-abang, pinaka-highlight ng ating principles of scaling. And for today, again, our topic is the word experience. We thought of this faculty or speaker, guest speaker for today kasi very timely and very relevant yung share niya, I believe, today. And very excited ako for this one. He is the founder and CEO of Payrun, also a co-founder of other multiple companies like MetaBlock Technologies Inc. and Taskcraft KPO Corporation. Ang dami naman, ang hirap naman i-pronounce na mga yan. So I wonder if natutulog po ba ito si Sir? Alright, he is also the Director of Partnerships of CEO Insights Asia. And personal description ko lang sa ating guest speaker for today, ano siya, we've had a meeting and chill, very light yung aura, ayun yung masyadong seryoso. And I believe he exudes this aura na very approachable. So without further delay, it is really my honor and privilege to introduce our speaker for today, Mr. AJ Araneta.
Thank you for that, Jill. Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I'm happy to see everyone here in CEO Insights Asia on a Friday. Pa-weekend na tayo. But before that, I'd like to see everyone. Can I ask everyone to type in the chat box your name and your company? I just wanted to find out what are your different backgrounds before we start and all that. So if you can please give out your name and your company name also in the chat box para I can see and all. How is everyone today? All right, so there's Emmanuel, Comizen, RD, WeTrade, Chris, and then Diane Sellers. Miss Diane is here. Very good. Love, Ripple Kids, Felix, Ben, Mark. Okay, very good. And then it's Jill, Franca. Thank you very much. All right. So Okay, so just a brief introduction of the company I'm a custodian for. I call myself a custodian because we have a flat organization. All of my companies have flat organizations. I made it in such a way that it's very flat, so designations are almost non-existent. So we base our work with actual tasks that we do. The position that we have are all we're all very. It's a flat organization wherein everybody can go up to anybody. My office is it's an open office, just like in the likes of Google, Facebook, and all. So just a brief introduction. No? My name is AJ. I'm the CEO of Payrun. We are a financial technology company that aims to aid the growth of startups and SMEs by providing the most trusted, secure, and affordable services and resources at par with larger corporations. We provide startups and small business owners such as ourselves a back office support service that may compose of an accounting, finance, tax compliance team with companies that companies need for their operations. No? So we know how tax filing is not very sexy here at all in the Philippines, and it's very time consuming going about it every month. We also know the pain points of business owners or HR staff members physically lining up in banks and payment centers to just even settle those monthly recurring payments such as SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, HDMF. We use technology, we utilize technology to provide an end-to-end solution to digitize processes with a software, with a service model, a subscription model as well. So business owners can focus on growing the company instead of doing the small tasks. No? So we give the business owners more time running their business while we take care of those routine tasks. So our tagline, just new, which is the rebranding. No? So our tagline is "Let us pay as you run your business." So we are Payrun. So there, just to do more introduction, Payrun is a member of some associations such as CEOInsight Asia. We are also a member of ITAP, the Information Technology Association of the Philippines, also with BNI. And for this year, we recently got a certification from the Great Place to Work organization also of having to, we are one of the companies here in the Philippines of having to be a great place to work with. So, how did Payrun came to be? Payrun, when I had a stint before, I used to work for an NGO. I had the privilege of going around the country, especially in the Visayas and Mindanao area. The advocacy that I had at an NGO is to use technology in providing and assisting SMEs and especially MSMEs nationwide, especially in the provinces. So my task as executive director before in that NGO was to lure investments from Metro Manila down to the provinces. And the effort was greatly utilized, and the effort was really good because I see now after that was like 5 years ago. After such time, we were able to see companies moving to the provinces, getting more talents, using and utilizing the talents in those provinces such as Bacolod, Iloilo, the Cebu, Davao, even Cagayan de Oro, as far as there's also in Baguio, Nueva Ecija. The one good story that I'd like to share is the LGU of Nueva Ecija was very, very open to putting up a BPO in their area. And it literally, there's a 1,000, they put up a building in the middle of the rice fields, a 1,000 seat building. And the company that they invited in was very hesitant and all. But they opened anyway. Now they're occupying the whole building, so that's how my job was. So as you can see, we are included in the 99.51% of business in MSMEs, no, and SMEs. That's why Payrun. That's how Payrun came to be. There's a need for small business owners to put up their own business, setting it up, and that is why we're here helping them. So what we did and what we do and what we built now. So Payrun is we started as our former name was Recon OPC. We did a rebranding because as I mentioned kay Fa, our Recon name before became Recon, Rexon, and then the best was Rexona. So we did a total brand change. We put it into, we changed it into Payrun already. So what we do, we started as a cloud accounting firm. We provide SMEs with accounting, tax, and compliances. And currently, we are now building a platform. Currently building a platform for SMEs, wherein you can settle SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig payments online. So just to share, so this would be the start of our topic for today. What is a business model? How to make a business model, and how important it is to have a business model. So when Payrun started, we discussed that we wanted to be brand diagnostic, so any device you can use, and we also spoke to. We are one of the 0 partners here in the Philippines. One of 8 partners here in the Philippines, and we partnered with Zero. It's a cloud accounting software wherein we can actually issue that software to anybody, especially with our clients, and we can actually work with them 100% online. So that's how Payrun also came to be. We all work from home. I do have an office in BGC, but we only house a server there, as we are inclined, and it's mandatory for us to open a server there for our US and Singapore clients. So Payrun is a platform where SMEs can settle their SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig. So how did, you might be asking how Payrun came to be? It's how did we start, or where did it start, or why did it start? So when we were, just to share, as I mentioned before, I was used to go around the country, being an executive director, and I was looking at SMEs, kung ano yung mga kulang nila. Kung anong kulang nila sa pag-set up ng business, nahihirapan sila kasi they don't have much resources in the provinces. That was like 5 years ago. Technology, even Wi-Fi, you'll be surprised, even Wi-Fi is very scarce there, or if there is, it's very, medyo mahina. They rely on mobile data a lot. But mobile data is very expensive naman, di ba? Kahit sa prepaid and especially for postpaid. Now, when we started, we were thinking what can we do to help these SMEs and startups set up? So what we did was we wanted to. My partners then met up, and we met and brainstormed what are our target market and what are So this is how we came to be. We wanted to find out what business model we wanted to do. Now, why is it important for me? Why is it important for a company to have a business model? So I will just read the presentation that I have. A business model is a company's plan for how it will generate revenues and make a profit. It explains what products or services the business plans to manufacture and market, and how it plans to do so, including what expenses it will incur. It's very timely because I saw a post of BK this morning about planning, and if you're going out on a vacation and it's all planned, it needs to be planned, so you'll be able to Plan where you're going, plan what you want to do, and of course, no, you also plan for your expenses. No, it's all planning. Business model will help you from the very start, help you plan what you will do for your company. Okay, there are different business models. Actually, I'll show you a couple though. Actually, I'll show you almost all. I'll show you almost all. No? There are a lot of business models out there. Nakakasira ng ulo. That's why you do some a little planning from the start. No? I always suggest to startups, especially to budding entrepreneurs, from the very start, you have to sit down with your partners. You have to sit down and brainstorm. From the very start pa lang, kailangan maayos na ang kumpanya nyo. Para when you think of your business model, you will follow it. As they say, you follow it by the book. There are times that the business model will change later on, but not so much. You'll have that firm foundation of yours that you will follow that plan for you to get going and grow your business. So there are a couple of business models like freemium. If you can hear, you can hear a lot of that terms of freemium business model, subscription model. I'll tell you more about that later. Peer-to-peer franchise model. That's very parang yan yung mas maraming model dito sa Pilipinas, di ba? E-commerce. I know we have a lot of e-commerce companies here in CEOInsight Asia. Drop shipping business model, vertically integrated business model, enterprise business model, multi-brand, pay as you go, and many more. There's nakakasira ng ulo. You'll be able to if you'll be able to research on each and every one of this, it would be good as well as you go make those business models though. So how important it is to be to have a business model from the very start. No? This is a company. I'll show you something. No? This is something. This is an exercise that we do for new companies who come to us with Taskcraft, and this is another company that we do digital marketing and branding. So we show this canvas to them, and we identify what kind of business do you want to have. Maybe later on I'll show you this as we go through. It's a company. It's a very it's a highly popular company here in the Philippines, and both they have a global presence as well. Siguro if anybody can, if as we go through, if anybody can share what kind of company or what the company is, maybe I give a prize later through GCash. Okay, so from the very start, we talk to companies, we identify, we go through an exercise, a 3-day exercise at most. We sit down and talk to the partners and the owners of the company, and then we identify what are the key partners, the key activities, the resources, what is the value proposition, customer relationship, the channels, customer segments, and all. So, and then especially the cost, no, and the revenue streams, paano kikita ang kumpanya and all. So we do this exercise for every company that we help and assist with, so they can maintain that plan and plan for the future growth. So this is a sample company. Not so sure if you're able to identify what. So maybe in the chat group later or right now, no. As we go through the slides, maybe you can guess what company this is, and then I'll give you a GCash prize later. So this is one company that I chose. It's very popular, very famous, and the management is very very good because they've adapted to so many years in operations already. They've been here for the longest time, both here in the Philippines and abroad. So they've identified the key activities. So if we go through with it, this company has key activity of designing fast system of food preparation. So obviously, it's in the food retail business. No? The value proposition is they want to have quickly prepared meals. Very simple, very straight to the point, and that's what you need in the company. Customer relationship, self-service, and then the customer segments, local, community. So you have an idea, you know what brand? No? Someone's asking, is it fast food? Try to guess. Try to guess the name of the company, and then I'll give you a price later. So key resources and then channels, the reputation of being the best drive-through in time. So there's a little very also very specific. So it's a food retail. They have drive-through. So napapakonti na yung choices natin. No? So you can so the cost structure, disposable, plastics, no cost washing the dishes, get rid of car hops, no salary costs. Selling revenue stream is just basically selling food and beverages, plain and simple. So, who might this be? What is it? I see people answering already. This one, fast food, McDo, Jollibee, KFC. What else? Anybody else? Sayang, Gcash price pa naman. Anybody? Tatlo lang? And nobody would want to guess? I'll go to the next slide already. Sige. So, this is the business model of McDonald's. So basically, it's they're into the retail business, having to have a drive-through, and they sell food and beverage. So I think the winner here is Emmanuel. Emmanuel, send me your later. I'll call you later. Magpapa-McDo ka daw later. Okay, so just to share, Payron, what is our business model? Basically, Payron has a subscription model. We do monthly retainers. We do subscription-based services. Let me show you the how we do it. So basically, we've segmented it to two groups. No, one is for the accounting and tax compliance services, wherein we do accounting, bookkeeping, tax compliance. Oops, we'll go back there. No? So we have accounting, bookkeeping, tax compliance, and then we do business registration, business closure. We do PEZA accreditation as well. So anything that's got to do with setting up your business, we can do it. At the same time, to maintain it while you do your operations. Kasi yung karamihan ng problema ng mga startups, they don't have an accountant from the very first. And it's for me, numbers really do matter. If your numbers are, if the numbers fail you, you should, be able to determine kasi whether you're making money or not, whether you want to push through or to push through with your, doing business or not as well. So for me, numbers is very important sa akin. So we've segmented it into two groups. One is for the monthly and for setting up the business, and then the other one is for online payments. So what we do, we're building a platform. Go to the next slide. So we're building a platform now, wherein SMEs, freelancers, companies, even back office support service companies would be able to settle their online payments with SSS, PhilHealth, and HDMF or Pag-ibig. And we've come to that problem when during the pandemic na nahihirapan kami pumunta nahihirapan kaming magbayad ng mga statutory benefits every month yan sa mga kliyente namin. We have about mga 50 plus clients. And always, every month, we always dread going to the bank kasi pandemic pa. You have to go through 2 hours of lining, 2 hours, 3 hours lining up lang with just one. SSS lang yan. May PhilHealth pa, may Pag-ibig pa. And we go to other agencies or banks to do. Now, what happens if you're an SME, wala kang bank account sa banko? Diba? May mga policy sila. Pag wala kang bank account, hindi ka pwede magbayad doon, diba? So, doon nahihirapan yung mga SMEs. That's why we wanted to solve that problem. So, just a screenshot of what we have done already. We are in the last stages of development of our Payron platform. So anybody can avail of the platform, whether you be a solopreneur, a freelancer, if you have a business, a small medium business, that is our target market. So this is just one dashboard that you are able to pay your SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, and then you have a history of what you're paying. So you have records, And the best of all is you can pay online through your debit cards, through credit cards, through BPI and Union Bank transfer, GCash, Paymaya, Shopee Pay. Just recently, we integrated Shopee Pay na rin as well. So that's how convenient it is to work with us. No? So why is a business model important? As I mentioned, it's your Bible, it's your company Bible. It's a kumaga parang it's an agreement between, of course, no, it's an agreement between partners that they organized for the company, and it's the mission and the vision of the company. So you'll be able to plan out your growth and do your operations properly. I think that's the word there. You have to properly plan where your company wants to go to. That's the importance of a business model. So it's a blueprint for small business success. Building a business is a lot like building a house. This is a perfect example. Building a house. Who can imagine a house built without preliminary plans? No? You should take your time creating a business model. This is not kumbaga parang a fast way of you can't do it just like that. No? It needs to be properly done, properly planned, and you may have a few ideas scribbling down on a sheet of paper, name ideas, product price, and ideal locations, and then you and your partner should go through that canvas. Should identify what you want to do with the company. You have to consider all possible areas of concern. There are many moving parts when it comes to running a business, and you don't want to get caught unprepared. As I've said, BK mentioned, you should be able to plan ahead. Always plan ahead. As a business leader, as a business owner, a startup founder, or a co-founder, you should be able to think ahead. You should have plan A, B, C, D, E. I think it was my dad always said when he was taking his MBA, you should have option A, option B, option C, D, and E. So you should be able to plan that ahead. So why so important? If you're familiar with these logos, there are companies of the same owner. His name is Elon Musk. There are two other logos not included here. I didn't include. He also has an artificial intelligence company and Starlink, which Starlink would be operating here in the Philippines very soon. Why? If you can see, they're all technology companies, but I see it as an ecosystem. Tesla is into the electric car manufacturing business. At the same time, they are opening a battery company, and Tesla supports the technology what SpaceX has going, turning humanity into spacefarers. Because he feels and thinks that that's the next step in having having the next step with humanity being spacefarers. The boring company, they bore tunnels underground connecting people kasi naiinis na daw siya sa traffic. Solar City is a solar company. And then the last one is Starlink and artificial intelligence company, which all supports all of the companies that they have through communication and artificial intelligence. So if you can see the companies that that Elon Musk created, they all work and support each other. Tesla supports SpaceX, Boring supports Solar City, to transportation, communication. That's in his head kasi his companies need to support each other para at least, diba? He cuts the cost kasi the money just revolves around those companies and all. So that's how far he was thinking, what kind of a business model he wants to, having a business model with each of the companies, but at the same time having that ecosystem. Ganun siya in-depth na mag-isip, no? For me, I want to share you this now as we go to the end of my presentation as well. So the most important part is defining the business model of your company, as it defines how the company will work, the company's culture. These things are essential to know more about any company and ultimately define the success or failures of the business. Again, I have to reiterate and be firm about it. From the very start, should do proper planning. Make that business model. This is very, very true. Defining the business model of your company defines how the company will work and its company culture. With Payrun, our business model and especially the company's culture, we have a flat organization wherein everybody can go up to each other. And if there's someone who lacks lacks performance, the other one is able to help him out and all. So that's how we made the company. That's how the culture is. So parang nagtutulong-tulungan lang and all. So there. Maybe I can leave you with one last slide from Elon Musk. No? Elon Musk is I idolize Elon Musk because of his achievements in here in his company. So people work better when they know what the goal is and why. And it's important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. So having that business model should be done from the very start because it gives you your mission, the vision, the goals of the company. And then the leader is supposed to lead the staff or the employees and the company members achieving that goal. So to everyone, I think make the business model from the very start, define, and then execute afterwards. So there. I leave you with that. Thank you very much for listening. Maybe take home would be 3 things that you can take home. What do you have a business model? That's question number 1. Number 2, what are your next steps in making that business model? And then number 3, how do you want your company to grow in the next few years? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir AJ. Can you hear me po? Clearly? Yes. Okay. So, to our operator, okay lang ba i-unmute natin muna si Sir AJ? Okay. So, anyway, time check. It's 10:41 a.m. See, so actually, we still have some time. And Direct Frank, is it okay? I'd like to confirm if we can accommodate some questions. Sir AJ, are you okay with accommodating some questions?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, Direct Frank, is it okay? Okay, go daw. All right, sige. So, to our slide operator, requesting po if we can flash the slide, yung weekly topic. I-relate natin yung last topic natin to the experience dun sa weekly topics po natin. So, if you can remember, guys, week 1, our topic was experiment. Week 2, execute. Week 3, examine. Week 4, explore. And week 5, experience. Exciting to. Okay, from our participants here in Zoom, do you have questions? Feel free to flash your questions po sa ating chat box. I think this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to ask someone who has really done it in his different endeavors or organizations, companies. Okay, so while waiting for some questions, okay, now naka-flash na yun, mga topics natin. So relating to Payrun, yung mga na-share ni Sir AJ kanina. So first topic is all about the word experiment. So curious about this one. If you can remember, guys, sa write-up natin, think big, start small, and move fast. So my clarification muna or question for Sir AJ while waiting for other questions is, how did you, or what was your main experiment during your early stages or starting stages that yielded you to more solid idea about what business model you'd like to adopt or have?
Okay. When my partners then, when we were talking, we wanted to have uh, uh, to operate a company wherein it's service oriented, definitely. No physical product involved. We've come to that point already that we wanted to do services because number one, we didn't want to go into physical products because of the inventory issues, and then of course the labor, and also it's very labor intensive when you do the product physical products as well. So when we wanted to go into the service industry, my just to let everyone know, my background kasi is HR. So it's I used to be an HR manager, and of course, my background also, I have an IT background. Also, I enrolled myself in a Microsoft Technical School. So HR and IT was for me was a good match because we wanted to do go into the service industry using technology. So that's what we wanted. When we started Recon, it was the height of the pandemic. When we opened in 2019, I told myself, sige, let's start with doing accounting, bookkeeping services. And then we got a Singaporean client. That's dyan lumakas yung loob ko kasi can you imagine my first client was a Singaporean client, and so it gave us really good confidence to operate, and so that's how Recon came to be now Payrun, and we made it in such a way na less cost kasi all working from home, work quality is we also bore that in mind. And of course, number three, efficiency, kasi we use technology at that time. So that's it.
I see. Thank you so much for that one, Sir AJ. And by the way, basahin ko lang po, may another question and comment. This is from Sir BK. The question is, pwede ba na multiple business model ang isang company? If yes, can you provide example? Also, comment niya, great topic, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Well, ako kasi I focus on the subscription model and the monthly trainers and all. No, I believe it can be done also. If I'm not mistaken, I think Unilever is if you can go through the slide again, yung different business model, yung multi-brand business model. They can also, I believe Unilever, like, and Procter & Gamble, ganun sila, multi-brand business model. So they sell different brands, and I'm very sure Lazada is multi-brands, and also they actually don't sell they sell the products at a commission, but they actually sell the platform also for it to be used. No, for me, you can actually combine freemium business model and a subscription-based model and pay-as-you-go model. Payrun will be like that in the future, wherein there are markets kasi that they want pay-as-you-go. Kung kailangan lang talaga nila, they don't need a subscription. Then, second of all, the subscription, people would want to subscribe to your service on a monthly basis because of the number of transactions that they would be needing. And then third is, of course, yung freemium model. The freemium business model is you'll be able to give your services for free up to a certain point. And then if you need more services above and beyond that service, that's the time you can go to a subscription. Yes. So to answer your question, yes, definitely.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that one. All right. May time pa tayo. Okay ba, Sir AJ? Mga around 2 more questions?
Okay.
Okay. Sige. All right. I'm very curious about this one. Going back to week 3 topic natin, the word examine. So this was all about being a deep dive leader, not a micromanager. So you're currently not facilitating, but leading different 3 organizations based on what I've read so far. So how do you manage it po? How do you do it? Because I think as a micromanager, that would take a lot of your time. So how do you do it basically?
Definitely. So So all of my companies are startups. So we're just starting it up now. The oldest company here is Payrun. So Taskcraft, TPO, and Petablock Technologies. They're both new. They're like 3 to 5 months of age pa lang. So it was recently opened this year pa lang. So what I did was, I'm not a micromanager, definitely.
Okay.
I definitely give out the task to our managers now. But one thing I've learned from the very start, I used to micromanage and it stressed me out a lot. Definitely stressed me out a lot. And I've come to ano, I've come to I'm not that person na if it's not my way, it's the highway. So if you don't follow me, I mean you go to it's either that or di bale na lang, di ba? But I've come to realize that you can't do everything at once. So that's why there's this saying na kung pwede lang hatiin ang sarili, pwedeng gawin, di ba? So I don't micromanage, not anymore. But before, when I started Payrun, yeah, I did do that. But I realized that you have to also build your set of leaders also inside the company. So you have to let go of some tasks and work for you to build those managers. So with the other companies that I have, I assign I have managers for that. I even have partners for that. I choose my partners well. From experience, you have to have a good partner also, business partner. So with MetaBlock, I have a CTO there handling the operations. It's still small, but from the very start, as I mentioned, you have to properly manage them and properly put up a business model and a culture of the company. With Taskcraft, definitely my business partner there is handling the operations on a daily basis. So when I meet with them on a weekly, I meet with them in a weekly basis. All of the companies now, I meet one company I meet Monday, one company I meet Tuesday, one company I meet Wednesday. Same thing goes like Elon Musk. That's what he does. So he works in SpaceX Monday, and then, if I'm not mistaken, I think on Tuesday he flies out to down south for Tesla naman, and then goes back to SpaceX on Wednesday. So ganon. At the end of the day, I think you really still need to spend time with the company. So time management is of the essence.
I see. Yung pinaka-takeaway ko sa nasabi mo po, 2 points. Business partner, they're also the ones na in charge talaga. And also building your leaders. Interesting. 3 organizations being managed at the same time.
And of course, the most important, you have to choose also your staff members kasi they are always your partners. If your staff is not happy, you won't be happy as well.
Yes.
Diba? You have to take care of them. Number one employee, dati kasi number one is the company. Pero now, number one employee, then number 2 company. So you have to take care of them.
I see. Thank you so much po for that one. And last question, do we have other questions sa ating chat box? One moment po. More on comments about the business model came from Sir BK. Okay. All right. If wala na pong questions from the chat box, one more point. For week 4 topic naman po natin, the word explore. Very interesting yung na-share niyo pong slide about the ecosystem play, yung sa Tesla, yung Elon Musk. Can we flash it again po?
Yeah.
So if we can guys can remember yung ecosystem play natin for week 4 topic, customer obsession, competency transfer, and community exchange. I remember you shared something about like a pain point. You mentioned that one thing that prompted you to start Payrun was the long lines in banks for payments ng SSS Pag-ibig.
Yeah, definitely. So, when we try to look for a solution, syempre we need to have a problem then also. So our biggest problem was during the pandemic, we were on lockdown kasi March pa lang, di ba, nag-lockdown na tayo. And we had a lot of payments that needed to, although the government was able to give us some time to settle those payments as well. But there is still that problem now. We're not able to settle those payments physically, or if there's physically if there's a solution that we need to go to, the banking solution kasi nun is we still need to go to the bank. We need to go to the Bayad Center. But most of like for example, na nag-lockdown, malls were closed. Eh, yung Bayad Center nasa loob. So, problema na yun, di ba?
Yeah.
The banks were also closed. So, we can't go out. And then also, the time that when the banks were open, some of the banks were open. Like for example, we operate in Muntinlupa. We were operating, working with Union Bank and BDO. So Union Bank, not much of a problem because they're digital already. They're a digital bank. That's why we're partnered with them. But with BDO, there was only one branch out of 6 or 7 branches in Muntinlupa that was open. So it was only one. So can you imagine that surge of people going to that bank? And it took us, I remember nagalit ako sa rider ko, ba't ang tagal mo? You started at 8 and you finished at 4. And then he said, plain and simple, he was saying na, sir, ang haba talaga ng pila. Grabe, yung nakailang palit na ako ng mask and all. Kasi that's how bad it was. So that was the problem. We wanted to find that solution wherein, kasi when you pay SSS, di ba, isang bangko. Tapos pag wala ka bang bank account sa kanila, hindi ka pwedeng pumila sa kanila, di ba?
Yes.
So that's what we're trying to solve. You pay your contributions online, not having to go to the bank, the problem of my bank, kailangan mo mabukas ang bank account and all. Then one dashboard na lang. Parang, and we specialize on that because that's one of the pain points of everyone. People want to pay their SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig on time. They're just having a hard time paying them, physically and all. So that's how we want. Tsaka records, di ba? Pag nagbayad ka, tatapon mo na lang yung resibo and then later on, pag nagka-problema ka sa SSS,
Exactly.
may nag-loan sa'yo, may nag-loan under your account, hindi mo alam. So, di ba? Those are the...
Okay, thank you so much for that one, Sir AJ. May mga pahabol question.
Yeah.
Actually, this is from Sirpa. Okay, so ito yung pinakatanong niya. Question daw for you, why are you engaged with CEO? On a slightly different note naman ito. Why are you engaged with CEOInsight Asia?
That's a good question. When I
Napapos.
when I started with working with Sifa before, ganun din, I got intimidated by Surfa. And she the methods that he was using was very unique. For me, coming from that perspective, when I come to think about it now, shucks, tama yung ginagawa. Dapat this is how actually startups and business owners should be doing from the very start. We lack the literacy, the management literacy here in the Philippines. I mean, it's nice to have a business. It's nice setting up a business. It's nice making money, but to actually sustain it in the longer run, that's what I saw in CEOInsight Asia. How do you properly run your business? Because some businesses, they open, after 6 months they close. Why? The reason why, because maybe they made a mistake somewhere, somewhere along the line. But what I saw from CEOInsight Asia is the way we handle things is properly done. Number one. Number two, it's an ecosystem. People help each other out from setting it up, from building it, from creating products very unique to the market and all. So for me, the word is ecosystem. Resources that startups lack are all here, and it's available for free. Diba? For free.
Yes, and okay, thank you so much po for that one. So yung 2 points na nakuha ko doon, properly done. So I think it's all about being methodical, and there's si Surfa palagi naisip ko pag sinasabing word na methodical, and lastly yung word na ecosystem. Okay, so anyway, time check. It's 10:57 a.m. So we're about to close this principles of scaling, and done na tayo for the month of July. Congratulations everyone sa lahat ng ating participants and also operators behind the scenes. Now, to close lang po from me, biggest takeaway ko dito, really, it's not just from the topic today, but all the topics for the month of July. Week 1, experiment. Think big, start small, move fast. Week 2, execute, focus on what really matters. Identify things that you have to say no to. Week 3, examine, be a deep dive leader instead of being a micromanager. Week 4, explore yung customer obsession. Identify ano ba yung pain point ng target customers mo. And week 5, all about the word experience, yung very practical application ng lahat ng concepts na yon. Care of Sir AJ. So yun yung kompleto complete package. So as business leaders, yung ating participants, viewers sa ngayon, you're already guided by these concepts, principles. So what are you waiting for? Andun, libre yung mga knowledge and insights na to. Go check our website. That would be all. So anyway, again, thank you so much, Sir AJ. Sir Fa, I'm not sure if you'd like to join us here or nahihiya ka, gusto mong pangatawanan ng pagka nasa backstage lang. But anyway, time check 10:59. Happy Friday, everyone. And thank you so much for joining us this July. Looking forward to our August Principles of Scaling. Thank you, everyone. Bye.